Is it working? What's the tea? Let's go. Okay. Get in here, get in here. Okay. Hold on. Because my system is just really trying it. All right. You know what we here to do. Y'all know what we is here to do. Turned up and turned out with T.S. Madison. Armon Wiggins and T.S. Madison have a sit-down conversation. We just watched it. For those people that are that are coming straight from the live, I don't know if you're going to get a chance to really watch it until it uploads on Fox Soul. So you'll probably be able to watch it later on this week or tomorrow. You'll be able to catch that. Once I get it, I'll put some clips out from it. As far as me in the interview, I looked like a freaking star. That shit was crazy. And I really enjoyed, I'm looking at my stuff. I'm like, and I'm not, a lot of people don't like you to be bragging on your stuff, but I'm like, I look like a freaking celebrity. Like I look like teeth was teething, look was looking. Maybe people didn't understand it, but the vibe is definitely there. Like your boy is a vibe. Okay. Like I said, there was a few things I wasn't really feeling the intro. There was a lot more that I wish that was in there. It was very heavily edited. But, you got the gist of the conversation. That was what you got was the gist. It was like short clips of like everything. It was the gist. Like you guys didn't really get the full dynamic conversation that we had. But, for TV, there's a lot of programming, so they have to fit in a lot of slots. So that was a taste of how TV works for me. There were some parts that I wish would have still been there. Now I'm glad they did cut from the intro though, because I was like, I think you could tell in my face I was not feeling that intro. I was kind of like taken aback a little bit because I was very much so like, girl, did you just try me? But we muscled through it and we worked through it. It was cool, But shout out to TS. We got into some things. We had a conversation. I wished we could have gotten to a little bit more of the meat and potatoes about me. Where I started, how I started. That's why I wanted to make it clear. Like, in this, when I do things like that, especially knowing like when you get introduced as controversial, that's why it's very much so my goal to bring it back to, hey, I'm not all gossip, I'm not all drama, I'm not all of that. I do music, I do this. A lot of people, in these times, like they may not go for those things. And it's your job to let people know, listen, there's more to me. I'm fashion, I'm this, I'm that. And I make sure that I do that, now, and I think some of that stayed in there, but yeah, I'm not just gossip. I'm like, I got music out. I do fashion. We talk about a lot of things. I wish we could have gotten to a little bit more of my story. A little bit more about me, less about Nikki and other things. Now, me and T.S. Madison, that piece was very important. I wish you guys would have gotten to see a little bit more of that because we definitely got into some things. I think she got into some things and I got into some things and I had told her, I was like, girl, and I felt like you was being fake and phony. I told her that, like, we really got into like some things that didn't make it. I thought that was going to be in there. But like, cause I was a little on edge at a little point, and maybe they could tell, they could read it on camera, so maybe they was trying to protect me and make me not, you know what I mean? Maybe they didn't want me to looking crazy, because there was a point in time where I'm like, girl, I felt like you was hella fake. Period. I said it. You know me, like girl, I said it. Oh, I didn't even see her say that, but I dipped out. But there, I appreciated it. I feel like I wish we would have got a little bit more into, like, if we were going to talk about Nikki, I wish we would have gotten to a little bit more why I respect Cardi. It just kind of felt like, oh, it was all of a sudden now I was a Cardi fan. Like, we didn't really get into, it just was like, we didn't even really get into the Cardi part. Like I'm not here to just talk about Nicki and then like, let's leave off the Cardi part. You know what I mean? Like, but the shades was a part of the fit. And plus the makeup. I had like a little makeup, and so I wanted to leave. I was gonna take them off, but I didn't want the like the eye. It was messing up. So I had to leave them on. TS is still in the building. So shout out to TS. I had a great time. Bitch, we had a whole conversation. So I'm gonna call in, and I'm gonna let you guys call in and give your opinion on the show. I think the show was great. However, I do wish we would have got a little bit more of the Cardi piece in the Nicki. Like there was a lot that we had covered. Yes, it was a very good conversation. It was a hell of a conversation. It was a hell of a conversation. And like I felt like, girl, when that shit first, I know shade. I was nervous because I'm like. Because I remember I was like, girl, she done gave me this intro, and I was like, not really feeling that. And I'm like, ooh. I think I paused for a minute because I'm like, anytime somebody introduces me like that, I get taken aback. Because I'm like, girl, this is not who the fuck I am. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's TV. So I had a blast. And so I'm going to call in, and I want you guys to, you know, get into some things and say what you guys thought about the conversation. Yeah. A lot of people wish you guys were like, you wish you would have known what was coming. The thing is, I did not know that the interview was dropping today. But, you know, in production and shit like that, sometimes you just don't know. So I wish I would have been a little bit more prepared so I could have kind of let you guys know, because a lot of people missed it. My mom missed it. Niggas missed it. But you'll probably be able to see it, I don't know, this week when they upload it. And I'm going to try to take some clips and put it on there. But I think it was very important. I really want to get out, you know, why I did some of these things. Like, and I think that was very important. Like, I really kind of wanted to get into a little bit more of what made, you know, what was the story of me, you know what I mean? And, you know, because I think that's very important, like, you know, having a adult ADHD, or, you know, feeling like, you know, your personality is too much, or someone always trying to tell you that, you know, you're too over the top, you're too this, you're too that, and then get into a place where you're monetizing it. I thought that was very special. You know what I mean? I thought that was a great moment. And so those are things that I'd like to, like, no matter where the conversation goes, I want to make sure that
your show is scheduled to start in 32 seconds.
Oh, T.S. Madison, let me see what she said. I'm glad we spent our time on how we got to where we are. Absolutely. I think that was very important. I personally think that we had a lot, like, I think we could have dived a little bit more into that, because I don't think that people really.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
How important, like a big role that T.S. Madison actually played into my life as to doing this. So I really want, like, I feel like I still wanted us to really have that moment, like, girl, this is what it was. You know what I mean? But I mean, we've had the conversation, but I just wish the people could have really been in it a little bit more. But I understand, like, you know. She is not calling in right now. I don't want to talk to her right now. I call her on the phone. I want to talk to the viewers. We done did the interview. Let her listen, child. I'm calling y'all. Y'all can call in. We had an unfiltered talk. Hold on. We don't need no unfiltered talk on no YouTube. Okay. Let me get this call. 81809. You're live on the air.
Hey, Armon.
Hey, tell me about it. Did you get a chance to watch the interview?
I watched the whole interview, and I I think that this interview had its purpose for you and Maddie to have y'all sit down, but
Yes.
I did not I didn't like the intro as well. Um, but I mean, it served a purpose. I feel like people that don't know you, I feel like it would still, because people were even in the chat like, who is this? Who is that guy? So I feel like people are going to come over to see who you are. But I really do wish that the interview would got more in depth of the thing that you really talk about, because you're not necessarily controversial, I don't think, anyway. But I watch you like all the time. So I think that the interview that we really want to see for you, it's not going to be on Maddie's platform. It's going to be on something, just something else. You know what I'm saying? Something bigger and better. And no shade to Maddie, because I do enjoy Maddie's show. But this is just it's only the beginning for you, Armon. So I really appreciate what it was and what it served for you tonight. But yeah, there was some parts that I did not, like.
Yeah, and I thought that it did. Like, one thing I thought for sure is that it was a great look for me to be on that platform, to be on Fox Soul, to be sitting next to. It was a full circle moment for me, and I think more than anything, I just wanted to be able to tell Madison, like, publicly that I did regret what I did, because I wholeheartedly did regret the way that I handled myself on that. And and I think the way that I appeared on the interview, I was afraid that I was going to appear very arrogant and narcissistic, because I was kind of tooting my own horn, but I was very pleased at how I appeared. I wasn't trying to over talk. You could tell, like, I wasn't trying to do too much on her. I didn't come to her show and try to, like, take over. I wasn't trying to make things about me, and I wasn't trying to make, we weren't talking about Tasha K and a bunch of bullshit. Like, so I appreciate that. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that Madison made sure that we didn't even get into those spaces either. You know what I mean? So, most people would have, well, what about you and Tasha K? And like, she, made sure that we weren't going to get into none of that. And you know what I mean? And so I really respect and appreciate that. And I appreciate, just the opportunity, for me to just be able to, like, get my feet wet. And Claudia Jordan was actually in the filming that day. That was crazy. She was actually in the studio. Yeah, Claudia Jordan was in there.
That's who you want to rub elbows with, because Claudia going to get you a little show now. So,
well, Claudia was cool.
She's going to try to get you something.
After looking at that, though, I'm thinking about, child, a bitch need to be on stage. No shade. Interviewee look good on me, bitch. Like, it looked good on me. Really good. It looked good on me. I was like, yes.
People were like, who is that guy? Why is he wearing no shades? And I'm in the comments like, look, the shades is his thing right now. Leave it alone.
Yeah, girl. Everybody don't really understand my look, but one thing gonna know about Armon gonna give you some entertainment, and Armon gonna definitely give you a look.
Exactly. Now, the only thing TS had to get that little bitty shade in at the end when she was like, well, there's a difference between, what did she say, pandering and, what did she say?
But that's fun, Shay. But that, that part, I don't give a damn. Like, she's supposed to do that because Nikki's her girl, you know what I mean? And so,
Nikki is her girl. And it's like, like she said, I am a BARB. We get it.
The last thing, and like I said though, like the last thing I would want to do, right? Is have T.S. Madison open up a door for me, put me on her platform, and then somehow that ruins a relationship with her and Nicki Minaj.
Right, exactly.
So, you know what I mean? So I understand that. So I respect, like I don't feel any kind of way about that, because, at the end of the day, she was able to give me a platform and still, make sure that she stands clear, like, hey, I'm still over here with Nicki.
And she was clear that she loves you. And that's what I felt like. This was an interview between two people that have love and respect for each other. So that's all that, that was, and I appreciate it. It was a good interview.
Yeah, so, the only thing I wish y'all would have seen, a little bit more is really, like, I still don't think y'all really get the essence of me and T.S. Madison on a conversation. Like, that was the iceberg. But me and her really, like, you got T.S. Madison interviewing Armon. But girl, we have in-depth conversations. Like, You know what I mean? That was like the commercial shit. Like, you didn't really get the like, oh, okay, now I see like where, like at least I wanted you to be able to feel, and hopefully you guys, I wanted you to be able to at least feel that why I love this woman so much and why like I was hurt, because like I like during that era, like just it was just like I just feel like, you know, it's just like we have like this certain kind of relationship that only us understand, and it's just I don't know, like, you know what I mean? It's just like it's deep, but I fuck with her. But
you gotta be explained. I know there's love there. I know there's
love.
love.
Oh, she said, but that's not.
That's why I can watch the whole thing.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Bill. Let me take some more callers.
On that Queen Supreme with her.
I don't know if she's doing the Queen Supreme Court no more. I think that's over.
She might do something else. I think, you know, just.
Well, listen, I'm open. Let me.
You
listen,
in a more candid setting.
Me and TS will cut up. Listen, I go on tour with TS. Yeah. Me and TS could do a song together. We was playing all TS Madison music on StationHead today. People didn't know that she had that much music. So, but all right, let me take some more callers, boo.
All right, have a good night.
Goodbye. Okay, what did you guys think about the interview? 4205 live on the air.
Hey, boo, how are you?
Hey, what's going on? Give it to me. Oh, girl, I haven't heard from you in a while, so I know you're finna give it to me raw. What? Because you don't hold back. You don't really give a shit. So what did you think?
Well, first of all, let me just say this. Congratulations on your endeavors. You get better and better as these years go by, and I'm always
You know what? And I want to just say, between me and you, I know you've been watching from the day, from when I was getting drunk on here and with no host bars. So, okay, so it'd be interesting now to hear your take now at this point, like from watching it all, like, what do you think about everything? I just want to know, what do you think?
Okay, so let's start from the beginning. When the interview first opened up, I felt like this. So something kind of irked me, but I'm glad you explained it. You know how like in the early days of Nicki, it was the hair. With Cardi, it's the nails. Everybody got that signature thing that they know is them. For you, you always give us a jacket, a hat, and them teeth. So them glasses irked me in the beginning because your face tells us what you thinking.
Right.
Your face conveys better. So the fact that your eyes was covered, but because I've been watching you so long, those tight smile giggles tell me too exactly what you think. So it was okay. But I wish your face was showing.
But girl, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was like, I'm leaving them glasses on because I was actually glad because some of those moments where I felt like, wait a minute, bitch, did you try that? I was like, girl, I know that's gonna be on camera. But I was like, oh, I'm so glad I got these glasses on. But but I do my laughs and I do my little. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So the intro. What I didn't like about the intro in particular, and like I said, I don't feel like Madison was coming from a harmful place. Even when y'all was going through what y'all was going through when she did the interview with the other person, I felt the love she had for you, and I know that that's not fake. So I don't think she was coming from an ugly place. But the intro I didn't like, and it was a little bit harmful, and especially when I think about it, especially with Madison being a YouTuber and being the things that she being and coming up the way she did, I wish she would have gave you a better intro because you're so much more than just controversy and drama. You know, you really do make seats at tables that people say that you should never be at. And that is so true. And even when you were still in your beginning stages where you was, angry or where you did, do the drinking online and all of that, it was still Nene Leakes and Dr. Miami and Paris Hilton showing up to this very platform to talk to us. So I felt like it was important to say more than just a blogger because you really have took, saying whatever you feel and what you think to a next level that some people watch you and wish that they can continue to elevate that way. So same with Madison. So I wish the intro would have been a little bit better. Another thing.
Yeah, well, hold on. Let me get to that.
Okay.
Hold on. Let's talk about that for because, like, if anything kind of really got me, I did not like the intro. That's why, but it kind of got cut in the beginning. But towards the end, I made sure I said it again, and they left that in, which I'm glad about because I had to I took a little bit of a breath. Like if you say that like when you go back and watch that, I was kind of like, okay. How am I gonna go with this? Because I felt the way a little bit, like, and so I think I started with like, okay, so I'm not just that, You know what I mean? Like, I do music, we do this, we do, because for me, like, I have to be very cautious because on like how I let people, you know, introduce me, because, you know, like, no, that's not what this is. You know what I mean? And I don't even want people to even think that this is what this is. Like, that's never what this is for me. You know what I mean? I'm way more than that. Like, I've been a whole dancer for MC Hammer, and I got music out. I done style for Brandy. I done performed at the VMAs. I done had, like you said, Perez Hilton did set with Kanye. Like, it's more than, I'm not Tasha K. You know what I mean? And I'm not none of that.
That's the only thing I didn't like about the intro, because especially right now, why bloggers are getting pulled in court and stuff, just to say blogger and then controversy, like all those words together is kind of how she's described. And I want, like, even with people with Madison and everybody else who breaking free of YouTube and doing bigger things, you know, it's the roots, but don't put it in line with what she got too. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. But towards the end, that's why I added again, because that wasn't a question. But that's why I said again. So spilling tea is not just controversial, because I could tell I was thrown off from the beginning. That was still sitting in me, because I'm like, I'm not leaving this interview with people feeling like that's who Armon Wiggins is, because I don't know who's watching on Fox Soul. You know what I mean? And that's not what I want to be pictured as. You know what I mean? I work way too fucking hard to be reduced down to that.
Yes. And then the Nicki Minaj question was pulled straight off of Bard's delusional threads. Like, that question could have been asked way better. Like, that question could have been asked way better instead of the question being about the flip-flopping crap. I hate when that question is phrased like that, because it's an underlying agenda to it, because it ain't that you hate her. It ain't all of that. And I know how you feel about making interviews about other people. And also, stop caring about if you sound arrogant and full of yourself. Those are the moments when you should sound arrogant and full of yourself. Yeah. We there to hear you talk. We there to get to know you. We there to see you at a deeper level. That is when you're supposed to pop your stuff. You know, but that was it for me. That's basically all I have to say. It was really good, and I would love to see y'all in a different, more intimate setting, because I could tell y'all have really great chemistry, and I could tell it's a lot of love there, and I could tell that she genuinely feels the way she said she does about you. But I do wish they would have let that conversation roll between you and her, because that conversation between y'all didn't really happen on a super private moment, on a super public place. So I really wanted to see the whole dialogue of how y'all felt while y'all were sitting in a room next to each other. So I
wish the interview would have been longer, honestly, because I feel like your palates got wet with all the topics, because we even went deeper into the Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, and I felt like there was just some things that I felt like that I said that would have made it really full circle. Things that you guys already know when it comes to Nicki Minaj in the whole. You know, because people say I'm a flip-flopper, but the whole thing is, you know, I made a statement, it didn't make the cut, but it was more about this idea of people, you know, calling you a flip-flopper. But the whole thing is, it's like, well, girl, you know, when I'm I was very transparent in saying I've reached out to Nicki Minaj when she started following me. I supported her. You know what I mean? Not that she owes me anything, but she started following me, and I sent her a tweet and I asked her, what do I need to get on, you know, Queen Radio? Do I need more followers? Do I need more this? Do I need more that? And she didn't respond. However, the moment that I said something against her husband, she unfollowed me. Then she started blocking me. And then, so to me,
and I like how you brought up the fact that you lost money too, ignoring the news, because I remember those moments.
Right. And so, and my thing is to celebrities, like, if you don't see me, if I'm not big enough for you to see me when I'm giving you positivity and trying to show you love, don't see me when you don't like what I'm saying. Be big enough not to see me when it's not in your favor. Because, you know, people don't want to, they act like, oh, they don't see you when you're trying to give them their flowers and stuff. Oh, you're just a fan. They reduce you down to a fan until you start talking that real SHIT. Then all of a sudden they get tight in their feelings and they start blocking you and stuff. And so that was what I really wanted people to understand. Like, it wasn't like I was mad because, you know, I was feeling the way. It was more along the lines like, these people be phony. And so, and like you said, I'm losing money. And so even with the Cardi B piece, I wish we would have got into the fact that I didn't like Cardi B at first. It wasn't just
Yeah,
I left
no, you
Nicki
didn't.
Minaj. No, but what didn't get put out there was the fact that I had a conversation with Cardi B, and I told Cardi B that. Right? Me and Cardi B had a conversation. Cardi B came to me real in my DMs. This is why I have respect for her. Because when I had a story that was not right, it was inaccurate. Instead of blocking me and being upset, she came to me like a woman and was like, hey,
I remember.
this is not right. I'm sorry, but you got the story wrong. So she respected me as a personality, no matter how big or small that I am. That's why I rock with Cardi B. And that's what I said in the interview. And so those are things that I wish would have been put out.
Yeah. But I saw T.S. Madison said that maybe she can get you the unedited version. If you ever get that, boo, I would love to see it because I can tell that it was some cuts, and I was so glad that you explained that because in some moments it did look like it was a really intense conversation going on. And then, like I said, the Nicki question felt like it came out of nowhere. So I would have loved to know what was the buildup from one block to the other. So, but you still look great. You looked amazing. I love anytime hearing about your come up story and hearing where you began. And like I said, humble is great and all, but when you own it, you own it. And the girls who get it will get it. So that's it, boo.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, boom, let's get into it. 8291, you live on the air.
Hello?
Hey,
Hey, Armon.
what's going on?
Hello?
Yes.
Oh, well, this Dee, I'm calling in from North Jersey. I just wanted to congratulate you on the show. This is my first time watching. I'm a big and I think you did great. I think you don't have nothing to worry about. I really think you did great.
Yeah, honestly, I'm ecstatic about the show.
Right. And I wish that she could have got a little more into your background because a lot of people don't know. And, you share those things on your platform. So hopefully we do get the unedited version. But what did you feel about the show? Like, what was your big take on it?
Like I said, I felt like it was good. I felt like it was a good look for me. I felt like it was a full circle moment. T.S. Madison is somebody that I put on my vision board. Also, it was one of my first big interviews. So it was a learning lesson for me because I was in the hot seat and I told her, I was like, girl, I'm nervous. Like, and you don't know. And like, you don't know how a person is going, like how the interview is going to go. You know what I'm saying? And so like, I had to think quick on my feet. So moments where, I may have been a little flustered or I may have been a little triggered, like, girl, I don't quite understand how this question is coming. Like, I was like, okay, don't sound like a fool here. Like, you know what I mean? Or don't flare up or don't, you know what I mean? Like, don't, like, just answer the question like you're doing an interview with. People gonna act like first of all, let's be very clear here. No one wants to sit and watch a boring interview. No one wants to watch an interview with somebody just sucking your D. And, you got to be a little messy. You got to be a little shady. If the interview wasn't a little messy and a little shady, what is the point of doing it?
Right. I think
you know what I mean?
True authentic self. Like, I think you gave what he gave. You always do. You came up there. You was looking nice. You was your true authentic self. You didn't hold back. But I do wish that we could have got into, the little, before. But it's okay. And for this to be your first interview, I want to congratulate you. I think you did a great job. This is my first time calling in. I got to keep up with the notifications so that I can continue to call in because I'll be wanting to comment on other things. And I'm glad I got a chance to call in on your big day. And I want to congratulate you and just keep moving forward. You did.
And honestly, y'all trying to drag TS do not drag TS in the comments because, at the end of the day, she put me on her platform. So that's not what that is.
See, but those people that's probably trying to drag TS, they don't know. Like, at the end of the day, you and TS, y'all went through y'all thing, but y'all got through it, and that's what adults do. That's what bosses do. You go. Yeah,
because I seen people in the comments saying he don't like TS, he's fake, this is fake, da 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 da. That was not a fake conversation.
That's people that don't. Right, that's people that haven't been here since day one.
And listen, and y'all, and see, what y'all don't know is TS was like, no, you came for me, and I'm like, well, because I thought you was fake and I thought you was phony. Like, we really got into that. Like, y'all, I'm telling you, like, it went there a little bit. Like,
but they don't know. The ones that's in the comment, see, that's the whole thing about it. That's how you know you're going somewhere. Because oh, my bad, but people starting to talk and they don't really know the background. Y'all ain't been here since day one. I know them. I probably don't know everything, but I remember when you guys went through y'all thing, and look where you at now. Y'all able to talk about it. Like, how could they sit up there and say that you don't like this girl? I'm pretty sure that if it was that, you wouldn't have went up there. You guys, come on now, it's 2022. People doing bigger and better things, and so are you. The people in the comments, for the ones that saying and don't know what y'all talk about, mind your business. Go do your research.
All right. Thanks, Boo. All right. So I think that's it. We don't got no more callers. If anybody else want to call in and give your opinion, I'm here. But yeah, like I said, TS, we're gonna get on a call and all that. But I have to do my big one over here, child. The girl that's saying that she used it for ratings. I don't think that TS Madison used it for ratings because, child, we didn't even promote it. If anything, I'm like, shit, we could have had that thing really popping. I could have had way more people over there. But I didn't know it was coming out today. So I would have did a full-on promo. But you did that. Keep it up. Where can I watch the interview? I think you can watch the. Y'all scared to call in. Y'all don't want to call in. Why y'all not calling in? Usually y'all would be calling in right now. Let me see what else y'all saying in the comments. I was about to call in. Give me an opinion. We sure didn't know about till today. Yeah. Hey, Lisa. Yeah. Lisa, call in. Give your thought. Oh, let me see. Who is this? 9598. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Pooh. How you doing?
Oh, what's going on?
Dwada. Girl, why you let these people get on here, girl, trying to tear me up, girl, knowing we had a long, deep ass. Excuse me. I know I can't cuss.
I know you can't do that over here.
Long, deep, vicious conversation where we cover all the grounds and everything that you just said and the thing. I don't edit the show. I just sit there and listen.
Yes, TS does not edit the show.
I don't edit the show. I don't do no. All I do is sit down and honey turn this stuff in and they do the work. So at the end of the day, let's just put this in the forefront. We've been in each other's lives for a very long time. We had a squabble. We got over it. We sat down. We talked about it in other places. But I wanted to make sure that when you got on my platform that we were able that I brought it up and we were able to talk about it and especially let people know that we done moved on from that. I'm in such a positive space. And I want to say this, and people can say whatever they want to say about me, and it's okay. I'm getting real money. You feel what I'm saying? No, I'm getting real money. And so I'm really not in a space where I'm trying to be shady to nobody. I have no reason to shade you. I have no reason to be any type of way with you or whatever. It's like, it's just not the space that I'm in.
Well, I definitely didn't feel that. I definitely did not feel that you were shading me. I just said I didn't like the intro.
Okay, I want you to know that because, well, it was just, and you told me that in my face.
Yeah.
You told me that in my face. You said, bitch, I don't like this intro. And I said, girl, well, here's how you do this. Here's the way I've been.
You told me. You told me. You was like, you did. So this is what I'm saying. So, like, one thing about you and I, this is what I feel like I wish people would have known. We're very direct with each. We're got to a place now where if I feel some type of way, I'm not holding that. You know what I mean? Because when I say that I love you and I really mean what I feel and I would never want to be in that space with you again, I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You know what I mean?
And I meant that too. And listen, when you told me in my face, you said, bitch, I don't like the way you introduced me. I said, well, here's your chance to reintroduce yourself.
Yes, she did. Yeah, you did. Yes, she did.
I did it right there. I said, this is the way you do it. I said, I've been on countless interviews from platforms, from television platforms to podcast platforms to newspaper platforms. And if someone introduces me a certain way, I allow them to do that. And then I come in and say, no, darling, let me let you know how this really runs down. And then you give it yourself, and then you get a standing ovation for doing things. You know, this is just a stepping stone, a learning process for you moving forward in the way that you're gonna go. You feel me? Like,
well, I will
say
there
was no undertone. There was no. I need to say this because those people in the comments who love this, there was no shade. There was no undertone. There's no reason for me to shade you, Armon. There's no reason for me.
But
Thank you, baby.
But I didn't say that. So I feel like you don't tell me that because I didn't say that.
No, I know. I'm talking to those people that said it. There's no reason for me to shade. I have no reason to shade you at all. And I say this with the utmost respect. Because I was getting money before, but I'm getting real money now.
Yes.
And even though then I probably would have been underlined like being, trying to be a little bit. I don't have no reason to do that now, because whether a person lives for me or they don't, I'm getting paid at the end of the day, like what I want to be paid. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm living my dream. I'm doing what it is that I want to do. I'm maneuvering through the world the way I want to maneuver through the world. And I've always seen you as a person that was loud, and in color like me. And there's no reason for me.
Okay, so let me ask you this: do you think? Okay, outside of that, do you think that? Because I don't even feel that. But do you think that the interview, like this was like a good closure to whatever that chapter was of Discord? Do you think that this was?
I feel it was.
Okay.
I feel it was. If I can get them to give me the unedited version, where they can see the thing in its entirety, and I'm going to push for this so I can get the unedited version. If I can do that, then the people will be like, oh, because we talked about you cleared your name with it. And the reason why I brought up the Nicki and Cardi situation, because the way that you made such a valid point when you were sitting down talking to me at the table, I said, now people will get this. They will understand this. And remember, we had pre-conversations before I even asked you these questions to make sure that you were comfortable with what I was going to ask you.
Yes.
And when you answered the question, I was like, see, this is the type of stuff that people need to hear so that they can understand, they can differentiate between you being a fan, you being a commentator, and you having support for both of the ladies, which you did express that you had support for both of the ladies. People was like, oh, it's messy for you to bring up Nicki Minaj or Cardi B. This is the lane you're in. You talk about two musical icons. This is what you do. Both of those ladies are two musical powerhouses right now in this current era right now. Nicki's the queen. Cardi B is on her way. She's a powerhouse. And so both of them occupy this space. And this is the commentary that you talk about when you have.
You know what I think it is, and maybe I felt this way too. I just think that, like I don't want to underestimate the dynamic that you and I have together, and I think that a full conversation with us could have really exploded the internet. And I just feel like maybe some people feel like they didn't really get the full. I feel like they didn't really get the full conversation.
Yeah, because it was we had to edit it down for time. And you also know what I communicated with you about earlier today. We had to move things around, so things were in a working process. So it was just a lot of variables that was in the reason why this interview was the way it was. Lee Daniels was this episode was slated to be the second episode, because Lee Daniels was in a very, this stuff just happened. Like Lee Daniels.
And so you have to move. You have to move forward, because then people have to give you your credit.
I had to move that episode forward because he came forth and he did what he told me he was going to do. If I would have gave them, if we would have given them the unedited version with Lee Daniels talking about that, they would have heard so much more stuff the way he felt about a lot of things that But for the sake of him being my friend and for the sake of the way that stuff goes, I'm not gonna listen. People call me a clout chaser all day. There's so much stuff that I could release. No, listen. There's so much stuff that I could release to the public that I know, or that I have had dealings with, or I've seen, or I've been witness to, or even have a firsthand proof that would really, catapult me into a different stratosphere. I'm not interested in that, because that's not how I want my career to be. That's not where I want my career to be based in. If only 1,000 people watch, 2,500, 10,000. If only these amount of people watch, and this is, as long as I can get to my bag, that where I'm living a comfortable life, I am fine with that. I don't need to be in these spaces. And so there's so much stuff that we had to cut around, even in the Lee Daniels interview, because I needed to protect my friend.
And one thing, and because I understand that, I also understand that this was the type of work that you do all around. At this point, with your star growing and with your platform growing, and your platform being the space where everybody lands, and sometimes everybody that lands there does not like each other. I know that you have to make sure that you're respectable to all parties involved, and there is no way, that I would have wanted to say something on your platform and it affect your relationship with Nicki Minaj or anybody. You know what I mean? Like, so I just I would never want you to be in a situation, and I know that this industry is very. Like it only takes one little thing and sensitive. So it takes one little thing for you to be, and it's like it wasn't even that serious. So like, let me tell you, with the Nicki Minaj situation, I mean that's a kiki. I mean, and I really, and I feel like I feel like you be biased with it. I feel like you think I'm biased, and that's okay because those are celebrity child at the end of the day. I mean, that's just talking about who's the best football team, you like, or the basketball team. Yeah. That's how I think about it. But also at the same time, I know that you're connected. So there's no way that I'm going to expect you to ever go hard on one side and mess something like, hell no, you'd be a fool. So like, I don't want you to think that, I was feeling some type of way about that. The only thing that I was like,
I know you were. I know you wasn't. But let me tell you how genuine the whole situation is. Whatever you felt, you said it to me in my face.
Yes.
Right there. You didn't come on your live and you start saying, "Oh, well, this is what you said this stuff to me in my face." And then and my response to you was, "This is how." Okay, I'm sorry. I'm out celebrating.
Okay.
I said, this is how this is how you handle it. This is This is the way journalism works. Well, good journalism. You bounce the ball and then you throw it back into the person and let them take the court from there. Completely.
And can I be messy for a second, but not too messy?
Yeah.
But people really wanted you and me to really get into a nasty space about, other people and people that worked with you and things like that. Well, why he didn't bring up this when Armon went on live and talked about this one? You know what I'm saying?
That don't have nothing to do. I wasn't bringing you there for that. That's not what I was communicating.
No, and I want to say thank you for that, because that interview is not about them or that, or that, and those people are not where we are.
Right. Correct. And when people, just like when I went on the Breakfast Club and they started talking about Kaya, I didn't throw her under the bus. Yes, I could have said some vicious, nasty, evil things, because she said these things about me. But you know what I said? I gave her her props for her being talented. I said we were where we were. We're not there anymore. She's in her respectable place where she is. I'm in mine. I didn't need to because I'm never gonna be trending about that bitch ever. It's no reason for me to trend about her because I have my own shit going on.
Yeah.
So it's no reason for me to be trending about it. And I'm not gonna be talking to you about some people that you don't really, rock with
or just even just like, trying to paint this narrative that I hate black women. I appreciate that you didn't do that, because a lot of people were wanting you to get into that. Pit me against black women, and you didn't do that.
There's no reason for me to do that. You've already addressed that. You've handled that on your space. And if all the black women that follow you know that you don't hate them, what the hell I'm going to keep going through? That's the same narrative that's been painted about me. So what am I going to keep beating the horse for? I'm not going through that. It's not on Fox Soul. Girl, that's not the place for that.
Right.
That's not where my career, that's not a place where I'm trying to have my career going, ever. My career is not going in that space. That's why I don't even care. Now, when I get on my own platform, on Maddie in the Morning, I may talk a whole heap of stuff, but I'm not doing that on Fox Soul, girl. That's a whole different bag. Are you crazy?
Let me tell you, you had all the people in my company, Natalie, Nunn, everybody's over there watching, child. So I thank you. I appreciate you. I know that you out. We're going to talk off the grid.
We'll call. I'll call. Well, text me and see what I'm doing later on, because I'm out having me baby, I'm throwing these cocktails back, honey.
Girl, I'm finna go have me one too, because like I said, TS, this was a full circle moment for me. You came and you came to LA, supported my thing, had me on your show. It happened. It happened. I wish I would have went longer, because we goes. Me and you talks. We don't do 20 minutes, 15 minutes. We talk for hours and we gets into it. And I just wish people would have really been able to see we really do this when we get into our space.
I'm gonna try my best to get the unedited version. Try my best.
And the only reason why is because I just have to say this, and I understand, and this is no shade to you or to anybody at the network, but I feel like while Lee Daniels is Lee Daniels, I feel like an Armon Wiggins T.S. Madison conversation would have really shook this up way bigger than you probably even would have imagined. Like if it would have been a full thing. Like that was the conversation that thousands of people have been waiting, because during that era it was thousands of people, and so many people were invested in that, and I feel like they would have been here for that full-on, you know what I mean, situation. But I get it,
Right.
it's television. But I just appreciate that, you know, we tip the iceberg. So, you know, in the future, girl, call me. You know, if you ever do the
All
Queen's
right.
Court or anything,
I got
you know.
you. Yeah, listen, you know, if I ever do it's the Queen's Supreme Court.
The Queen's Supreme Court,
I truly
excuse me.
own.
Yes.
The one that I truly own. You know, I abandoned the other one, you know. Listen, do you see how I even addressed that on the show? I even addressed that. Like, if I'm able to address my own mistakes or own demons or own stuff. So, you know, this is how you do when your platform elevates to a place or goes to a space where that's a whole different market for me. You know how to play the cards, and I've been telling you how to play the cards. You know what to do. Shit.
Okay, so let me before I let you go, because they got a lot of they want to know how does Fox Soul work? So for the people that missed it, how can they go back and watch the show?
Tomorrow, the show should be airing tomorrow at noon. They're going to replay the show, and then they'll put out clips, and they'll do all that stuff. And you can watch it on Fox Soul on the Roku channel. You can watch it on Tubi, Android TV. You can watch it on Fox Now, Fox First, all the things Fox, girl.
Okay, so will we be able to like rewind it and fast forward? Like, cause what if I don't want to see everything else there? I just want to be able to rewind and stuff.
You'll be able to do all that. Yeah.
Okay.
You will.
Tomorrow at 12. Okay.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow at 12 they're going to re-air it, and then you'll be able to fast forward. They'll re-air it on YouTube, but you'll be able to watch it on your TV. And it should be on. I don't know if it's on Tubi right now. Like,
is it free for the people? I mean, on the TV, on Tubi or anything?
Yes.
Okay.
Tubi is free. Roku is free. Like, all this stuff is free. Like, you can go watch that stuff. You know, it ain't gonna have its little commercial stuff through it, but you'll be able to watch.
No
it,
shade,
you know?
girl. I look like a celebrity sitting up there like that.
I did. Now listen, they were reading you about your shades, but I did appreciate you having on your shades. It gave you a different illusion.
Yes,
it
did.
It gave you very much so rapper tease.
Yes, it did. Yes, it gave me very much. I was sitting up at the Breakfast Club. You know, very much. I was sitting up with T.S. Madison, girl, on the podcast. Very much.
Very rapper tease.
Very Kanye. Very, yeah.
And I'm so glad that I had the opportunity to bring up your situation with Kanye West. I was very glad that I was able to do that.
That was done so eloquently.
Yes.
Yes, that was. Now
so
that was done very eloquently. So yeah. Okay, girl. Okay, I'll let you enjoy your show. Bye. I mean, congratulations. I love you. And
Thank you,
take some more. Thank you.
Okay. Bye. Bye.
That was T.S. Madison, everybody. I'll take a couple more calls. 2237, you're live on air. Y'all was tearing that lady up. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, what's going on, baby?
Am I?
Yes.
Oh, you didn't read my number. That's not my number. But anyway, hi.
Oh,
It is so
hey.
great to talk to you.
How are you?
Listener, first time caller.
Thank you.
But I did want to say first, before I get into you and Maddie, both of my phones, they had unsubscribed me from you, and my sister phone too. Going on, but yeah, that's crazy. But anyway, you looked great today. Your interview was awesome. I wish it was longer. Oh my gosh, I wanted to get like deep into you guys, but one thing I was reading in the comments, what they were saying about like you being fake with T.S. Madison, and one thing I do know about you is she's one of the people that you do respect. And she's one of the people you do stuff for. And me following you and watching you, like, you know, like everywhere you go with all the drama, when people be hating on you and stuff, I do notice that, you know, even when y'all went through that little petty stuff y'all went through, I know how much love y'all have for each other. So it was great to see you guys just sit down together and talk, and I just wanted to go much longer because I love both of you guys.
Because to be honest with you, I feel like y'all probably care about that more than y'all really cared about the Lee Daniels. Like, I really think that y'all probably would like. I really don't. I feel like y'all. I feel like the people. I feel like we would have had so many people there. Like, you know what I mean? If we would have got to really promote that thing, they would have had at least 5,000 people, 5,000 to 6,000 viewers live. I know it. We would have had like gagging numbers.
You bring so much to the table. You bring so much energy. You don't know when we be going through stuff the way you just Like they need to elevate you way higher than you are because you bring so much to the table. It's like you ain't even halfway there yet. I know you're there, but you're not nowhere near where you're going. And yes, who is Lee Daniels? Because it definitely would have went way more. If they put out more of that interview, they'll see for themselves how much as soon as you go over there, I didn't finish your live. I was right over there waiting.
Yeah. I know if they chop it up, we probably would have more views than the Lee Daniels one. I believe. You know what I mean? But all in all, I still think it was a great interview. And let me tell you guys something. I just want to be an inspiration because let me tell you, this is hard. You know what I mean? I get stressed. I get tired. You know what I mean? If people, your page is stagnant, you're this, you're that. I stopped checking the numbers on the YouTube. I once I got to the 100K, that was my goal. At this point, everything else is butter. You know what I mean? I'm still trying to continue to elevate myself, keep doing better, keep challenging myself. I'm trying to be bigger and better than anything a person thinks of who I am. So when you see Armon sitting down there, you like, dang, like this boy, I just thought he was just, I don't know, a YouTuber, but when you see me, I want you to see like, here's a story here, and here's somebody that really, go ahead.
We see more than that. You know what I mean? Armon, like, we deeply love you. Like, I love me some Armon. Like, I love other YouTubers. Like, we do, but not like we you. You know
but
what
I mean, it's okay to love people on the internet and YouTubers. I don't care if you can love us all the same. But the fact that there is a love that you have for me, that's all I care about. I love a lot of people. Doesn't mean that I love
a lot of them. But my thing is with you, I have a certain type of connection. It's like I feel your energy and I feel your space. I feel your pain. You like a little brother, like in a sense to where you real. You're not fake to me. Like, how they be like, oh, Armon this, Armon that. Yeah, but Armon is real. And you be keeping it real. When you be going in, I'll be like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, it's just something different about you when it comes to the realness because I've been watching all y'all for some years. You know what I mean? And we all see what we see. And I'm just telling you, I see so much for you, and I'm so proud of you, and I want so much more for you. You chocolate, handsome young man. I'm just so proud of you.
And and my main thing is I just want to, anytime y'all see me, I just want y'all to always remember me and none of them other girls is the same. Okay, when they was trying to compare me to minions and flunkies and mentees, we are not the same. I'm not none of them over there. It don't even hit. And listen, I got the least amount of subscribers. But when you see me, you see me. Okay, so just like I'm not jealous. I'm not intimidated by nobody. You know what I mean? And I wanted that to be clear. You also see that what is the staff gonna go and say? The staff that's under all these videos and under all these comments, that's the staff that's obsessed with me. Okay, the staff that's trying to give out money, that's trying to give out money, to say that, their boss doesn't talk about me. But girl, I know the staff member was over there on pins and needles hoping that I mentioned her boss. I don't have to. I don't have to.
I was not happy you didn't talk about her. I was so happy.
I don't have to. Because I don't. Like I told you guys before. Let's be very. Like I said before. I don't care if I go on Jason Lee. I don't care if I go on T.S. Madison. I don't care if I go on The View. I may do it here on the Armon Wiggins Show, but I'm never going to go on a major network platform that's bigger than mine and talk about that hoe because she's not relevant in my life like that. Ever.
At all. And you are better than that, and you bigger than that. And you are not just
much bigger than that.
That is not surrounded around her, and that's what she thinks. So that's why I was so happy. I was like, T.S., I'm so happy you didn't bring that girl up. She brought up Cardi and Nicki. That was cool. But that's one of my rules. That's one of my rules though. When I go over to those spaces, y'all can bring up almost anything else. I don't discuss certain people, and that person is one of them. Listen, I may read her on my platform all day long, but when it's a moment for me to rise and for me to shine, you think I'm gonna make my moment about her? Please. Not on no platform like that. Why would you?
No, because I don't need to.
More about you though too. Like it needs to be longer than that. That wasn't enough. I mean, I know I'm spoiled and stuff, but no, I needed more.
Thank you.
Like way more. But like I said, I love you so much, Armon. I'm proud of you. I really am, and I wish you the best. And I know you're gonna go far. You know what I mean? And just trust. You got a lot of us behind you. And one day I'm going to meet you because I'm in LA. I'm going to meet you one day.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're going to run into me, girl. And by the way, I got 1,000 people on here or 800 people. I'm looking for a big booty girl in LA, stripper. So if she's an exotic dancer, I need her in LA. DM me for the music video. Okay. Bye.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
Must be able to move that thing. Okay. 3016, Lisa, what's going on, baby?
Wow. How can you have a legendary show after a legendary show?
Right, like, Lisa,
after
right.
a full circle show. You come back with another legendary show.
Wow, Lisa.
Let me tell you something. Listen, first of all,
were you there from the beginning?
Yes, I was. You know I wasn't going to miss it.
I know you was. I know you was. I was just playing. I know you wasn't. You was here for the pre-show. You like, all right, I'll head over there. Like, get off here, nigga. I want to be there early so I don't miss it.
I'm gonna get my seat. I gotta get my seat. So yes, I was there for the whole thing. Yes, I could tell it was heavily edited. I get the impression though that TS didn't necessarily have a lot to say over that edit before it got put out. That's kind of my impression. I could be right, I could be wrong. So I'm glad that she came on. I heard her on the show here too. So I'm glad she did that. Can I just say something? You did your stuff. You hung in there and you did your thing and you were you and you were the authentic you. And nobody can ever take that away from you. It was truly a moment. But can I just say, for me, regardless of the edit, Armon, you were on the inaugural show, on the show that had a lot of viewership. Why? Because Lee Daniels was going to be on that show too.
Yes.
Can I just say the position that puts you in?
Wow.
Don't miss that.
Wow.
Right. She could have put you on a different show.
She could have.
Right? She could have. But she positioned you as her still as her son, right?
On a Lee Daniels. Wow.
On a show with Lee Daniels. And on the show, I didn't miss none of it. And on the show where she had her attorney on there, I ain't gonna lie, I looked up her attorney's website because I need me a few trademarks. I had to protect my brand, okay? So I'm like, okay, I think I need to hit you up. But she put you on the show where she also put to bed and put to rest the fact that she owns her own name. And everybody needs to take notice of that. Take notice of that. She owns her own name. And she owns the Queen's Supreme Court. Nobody can ever take that away from her. She addressed those issues. She brought you full circle. And she had you on the same show with Lee Daniels.
Yes.
With Lee Daniels. So, we'll talk more offline. But baby, I don't want you to miss that. I don't want everyone to really recognize I caught the magnitude of that move.
And for that, I appreciate her. And and I think and Lisa, see, and you know me too, like personally. And so when Madison says I didn't like something, I told her. Because when I don't like something, I'll call you too. You know how I am, Lisa. You know how I am. You know how I am. And so she got that Armon. Okay. And so you know that now everybody don't know that Armon for real, but you know that Armon. So she got him.
Yeah. I mean, and let me tell you, but if she got him when you were sitting on that couch, where did you get them jeans from, bruh? I peeped your fashion. I don't know if anybody talks about that. But I peeped them jeans. I was like,
let me tell you something. The look was killing. I was killing that look with my dunk. Let me that's the silent killer though, Lisa. The looks is the silent. That's what I was going up for more than the conversation. I'm like, I'm out here really killing these niggas. Okay. It takes a confident man to throw on a fluffy hat like that.
Yes, it does. And them two different color, two-tone jeans. I was like,
come on. Come on.
I was like, look at him. doing his Armon Kanye version, right? Okay,
Yes.
I see you.
Okay. Yes.
I see you. So I mean, it was given well. You ate it. You ate that.
I just
okay?
look. I could
just had
see
to
at
give
least.
it to
I
you.
look like a freaking star. I felt like, I never really said that to but when I seen it in this way, like I was so happy the way I looked on camera. Like I look like a star.
Mm-hmm. And
I
love
believed
how you
it.
said that you're a media personality.
Yeah.
You know, you said, yeah, you can call me a blogger, but I'm a media personality. I'm like, that's right. Come on now, tell them.
Mm-hmm.
You're not just this. You're not gonna let them put you in the box. And let's be honest, TS did pave the way for others to not have to be put in that box. You talk a lot about that, about having to be a stylist or having to, do hair or do whatever, be behind the camera. And she's paved the way for the entire community, I think, personally, in order for you to be in front of the camera in a very real and authentic way.
Mm-hmm.
Being herself.
Yes.
Because let's be real, Lee Daniels has been other people. He ain't always been his true self.
Oh, okay.
Played the
Now,
game.
okay. Let me take some more calls, child, because you've been. All right, girl. I'm gonna call you offline. I'm gonna go to the bar soon. Okay, I got 2 more calls. All right, bye, Lisa. I'm gonna call you. Okay. Unique Goddess says Armon Wiggins is up and stuck, baby. Armon, my family knows your voice and knows to leave me alone when I'm on here. Remember when you used to let off the shots, and baby would take off running. Love you, boo, brother in my head. Thank you so much, Unique. Love you too. Let's take some more calls. I just love that you guys are growing with me. 2373. You guys you're live on the air.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Hi. So okay, we're just gonna start this off with hashtag no mentor. Hashtag I was talking to Armon Wiggins and Armon Wiggins only.
I'm only talking to Armon, period.
I'm only talking to Armon, period. Yeah, I just want to get into this fit because one thing that you're going to do is get the fit off. So if you're not doing nothing else, you're looking how you're supposed to be looking. So I just wanted to say congratulations. I wish you all the way. And whatever you need, I will be here for you with whatever. I'm a content creator. I'm not in front of the camera, but I'm definitely for you, Armon. So whatever you need, I'm not the big booty shaking
Okay,
girl,
well, DM me so I can see what we can do.
For sure. I already DM you, so just look me up. And just wanted to say congratulations. I love everything that you're doing. And also shout out to T.S. Madison, because when we're talking about black media and mainstream media, she's one of the only girls who has a variety show. So I want to say shout out to her for even letting you come on the platform, because a lot of the time media or content creators from YouTube are only getting their videos posted when people are making fun of them or for a viral moment. You're actually there being interviewed, wanting people to get to know you. And like Ms. Lisa said, you're on there with Lee Daniels. Like, that's just extremely legendary. So once again, shout out to you for a legendary show. Support you all the way. I'm so happy for you. Like, I really want to cry right now. So I love you, Armon. Keep up the good work.
Shout out to her. Shout out to the Chi-Town if that's where you at. All right, bye.
Yes, I am from Chicago.
Bye. Okay, last one. 5385.
Congratulations, friend.
What's the tea, girl? What did you watch it from start to finish? What do you think about the Nicki and Cardi P?
Let me tell you something. When you have situations like this, at any point, it's for traction, it's for conversation, it's for views, especially because you do cover these two people a lot. A lot of the people that follow you for your commentary about female rap. So it was healthy, and I think it was good. And you know, a lot of you said that a lot of the stuff wasn't aired, but at the end of the day, people know that you've used your platform to say certain things. But I didn't even want to talk about that because I really don't care. What I wanted to get the gist of is because people are in the comments trying it. But you guys have to remember that this was a big moment for the LGBT community anyways, and two people of color. At the end of the day, it was like big sister bringing little brother up so people could actually see who Armon Wiggins is on a bigger platform. So I think it was legendary. I appreciate Madison for that. And you look like $1 million. People are now going to tune in and be like, who is Armon Wiggins? They've seen you with pictures with Kanye West. Now they're seeing you on Fox Soul. So it's more engagement for you. And some people need to decide, like separate fandom from supporting someone, because at the end of the day, what Madison did was give Armon an opportunity and give Armon her Fox Soul platform to be like, this is who I am, so that she could bring another person of the LGBT community up, and they could prevail in media as well. So I think it was like very healthy. It was a key, and it would be everything to see you guys do other things together, because you definitely are like salt and pepper. It gives a vibe, you can't use the other without. You guys together could definitely take over media.
Yeah. I'm just like, I'm like really like, I really was looking at myself like, girl, it's giving rapper, it's giving, girl, I'm doing my sit down on a break. It's giving, these girls are not ready for me to really break through. Cause like, don't give me no money. Don't give me a stylist with a budget, cause I'm eating your favorite girl.
But I could definitely see you doing some type of like live podcast. You know what I'm talking about, like the no jumper stuff, because you give that. It was given. It was definitely giving, and I'm very proud of you. Like, a lot of people, they come for the salacious stuff, but I'm always going to support anything that has to do with. One of the people that I look up to is elevating in the industry, especially as a gay Black male.
And I think what's always important that too, one thing she did help me clear up though was the trans stuff too, because I know a lot of trans people were so upset with me for many, many years. And so I was able to, kind of clear some of that stuff up. And so I thought that was nice, that, I hope people really seen that and really understood.
I don't even know why people get, like trans people get upset about it. I'm trans, and at the end of the day, in our community, we read and we kiki like that. It's no shade. When we call the gay men certain things, it's not offensive. It's tea. So I don't understand why even a lot of people in the trans community are upset, because we do it to each other. It's no shade.
All right, boy, I gotta go because my happy hour is waiting. So thank you, Eva. This is Eva with the T, everybody.
Bye.
Love you. Thanks for calling in.
Love
Bye.
You. Bye.
All right. Oh, all right, y'all. We couldn't get to everybody, but we'll talk
Thank
more
you for
on
using
StationHead.
Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
You should start reviewing independent artist music. Okay, so that's funny that you said I'm working on something. We're finalizing it, but it won't be a review, but it will be, I will actually, I don't know if I should say this yet. I will be actually hosting tentatively, it's not set yet, live independent artists performances and doing interviews with them, and you guys will be able to watch it from your homes on an app. But I gotta wait until I sign my contract and all of that. So it's gonna be like the music show live, and so it'll be in a place where you guys can watch it. So baby, I'm definitely gonna be giving looks on there because it's once a week. So I'm waiting for the finalizing of the contract for that, and then so I don't know if it's I may have spoken too soon, but I mean pretty much it's done. The deal is done, I believe. But so yeah, that is coming. That is coming. I'm working on that. I'm just I talk too much, but okay. Anyway, yeah, ciao. Yes, they did that. My skin was glowing, teeth glistening, looking ready for Hollywood, baby. We tore that shit up. Yes. But anyway, love y'all. And I will see y'all in the next video. Okay, bye.